I'm gonna tell you a story. First thing you have to understand is, time doesn't work the way you think it does. You can go Miracle, then the one that's talking to you. Welcome to the cult. Alright, so the last, several episodes, I'm not gonna lie, I don't have a lot of followers, but I know. They're mad boring. Because they're basically me learning Sanskrit. Like learning grammar. I try to make it entertaining, but they're like 20-minute videos of me learning grammar. So, this should be a bit more entertaining. I'm going to go through 3 sets of notes I have from the Surangama Sutra and from Balpo about Immortals. So, I'm going to start with the one from... Oh, and also from Zhanglu Chuan Daoji, the anthology of the transmission of the Zhao from Zhang Dulu. Alright, so there are basically my notes are a little bit, well, they're notes. They're from research, but so, basically in Bapuzi, there's 3 classes of mortals that are listed. The Tianxiang, the highest level, the Dixiang, in the middle level, and the Xijixiang, the corpse untied immortal, and escape by means of simulated death simulacrum immortal. Now, this is hilarious. A person fakes their own death with a bewitched object like a bamboo pole, sword, talisman, or shoe to replace their corpse, or slipping a magical death certificate into a coffin of a paternal grandfather. And then they move out and cut all ties with former life. Now, I did a halfway version of this in preparation of this video. I made this upon an hour of my own body. So this is me. This is me on YouTube faking my own death magically with this. Because this, as a Paranara, is an effigy of my corpse. So I'm burning my own corpse on YouTube. Because I think that's hilarious. Also referenced in this, the Xiaozu, agents beneath the earth in charge of keeping order in the Chinese underworld, which are eligible for promotion. Di Shang, Zhu Xie, agents above the earth, given magical talismans which prolong their life and allow them to heal the sick and exorcise demons and evil spirits. They are not eligible for promotion. There is Zidi Jun, lords who control the earth, heavenly decree ordered by them to disperse all subordinate junior demons, whether high or low rank, that cause afflictions and injury owing to blows or offenses against the motion of the year. The original destiny, the great year, the kings of soil, or the established or breaking influence of the chronograms of time. Annihilate them all. Not eligible for promotion. All right, and that settles things from Bapuzi, which basically means uncut wood. It's has to do with a Taoist principle of Hunden, of basically living simply, and that's sort of being sort of the key, sort of part of the key to the Tao is living simply. And it's Tao stuff. You really can't explain Tao stuff, so I'm going to stop now. All right, anyway. Zhang Qian Dao Ji, Anthology of the Transmission of the Tao from Zhang Tulu. So there is Guixian, Ghost Immortals, a person who cultivates too much yin energy, likened to vampires as they drain life essence of the living, or like the fox spirit of the non-physical kitsune. They do not leave the realm of ghosts. Renxian, human immortal. Humans who have equal balance of yin and yang, so can become either a mortal or a ghost. Renxian hunger and thirst and require clothing and shelter, but do not suffer from aging or sickness. Dixian, earth immortal, yin transformed into the pure yang. A true immortal body will emerge that does not require food, drink, or clothing or shelter, and is not affected by hot or cold temperatures. Earth immortals do not leave the realm of Earth. These immortals are forced to stay on Earth until they shed their human form. Shenqian, spirit immortal. The immortal body of the earthbound class will eventually change into vapor. With practice, they have supernatural powers and can take in the shape of any object. And from the Surangama Sutra. And these are So basically, in this sutra, it details 8 paths to immortality, which are pretty cool. So as near as I can tell, in the doctrine related to the doctrine related to perfected beings, the Siddha Vidya. So the Siddha Vidya is a doctrine related to perfected beings. Effectively, as far as I can tell, that's someone who used one of these things to become immortal. So, these Shen, Earth traveling immortals, they constantly ingest special fueled special fuel called for. So they basically have a special diet that they follow. Um, and in their own fashion, honestly, vegans are trying to be Dixien. I don't think it'll work for them, but like, you can knock veganism if you want to. I'm not a fan of it, honestly. But in theory, technically, that could be a way. I doubt it, but if it is a way, it would fall under Dixien. Faixien, flying immortal who constantly ingests certain herbs and plants. Um, Tobacco, believe it or not, I'm not joking. Um, it may be actually that people have like developed cancer from tobacco, not just from other things in like not just from. Now I can be wrong. I'm not trying to say that I'm right about this, but it's possible that some of the carcinogenous effects of smoking a lot of tobacco could be literally from it being done with poor spiritual practice. Again, probably going to get hit hard in the comments for that one, but I'm not saying that it's like that there's nothing wrong with like being a smoker, but it is possible that if tobacco can lengthen your life, if done under certain circumstances, that if not done under circumstances, it will have the opposite effect. And that is what I'm saying. Yoshan. Shen, who constantly transform by ingesting metals and minerals, roaming immortals. Yeah, I think these are talking about like minerals and food. This is where a lot of the practice of trying to ingest cinnabar, which is incredibly dangerous, comes from. Don't try to ingest cinnabar. Don't. It's not a good idea. But that practice comes from some of the trying to take external alchemy and then internalize it by making potions that are supposed to start out as hazardous and then after you do the right stuff to them become less hazardous so you can ingest them. But that don't work that way for certain things. Certainly don't work that way for cinnabar. Kongqian, Blood Traveling Mortals. Shannon practice their ki and essence by through unceasing movement and stillness. Qigong martial arts. That is literally actually where the trope of the ancient Chinese master comes from. I'm not even joking. It's like yoga masters and kung fu masters and karate masters who are just like incredibly old or just like in their 90s because they spent all of this time developing their body in a certain way that just makes them live longer. It just does. Diet and exercise, yo. You know what this is? This is saying diet and exercise can make you live longer. Believe it or not, it really has. Oh, that's hilarious. Tian Tian, heaven traveling immortals. Tian who constantly practice of their fluids and saliva. Practice refinement of their fluids and saliva. I guess technically you can say I do that because of using my Arahun blessing so much on myself and putting like drops of my blood into things like this before ingesting them. I believe actually technically that counts for that. Tong Xian, all penetrating mortals. Xian who constantly practice inhalation of unadulterated substances. I think the oracles from 300. The Delphi oracles from 300. Because, that's the best I got for you in that. Dao Xian, Immortals of the Way. Xian who achieved transcendence by unceasing repetition of spells and prohibitions. I wonder if I qualify for that one, because of my outer tongues. I do that so much. I can't even tell you how many times I use that particular mantra on any given day. Jiao Xian, Illuminated Immortals. Xian who achieved transcendence through constant periods of thought and recollection. I believe that's actually a meditation kind of thing. Could be wrong. Jing Xian, Seminal Mortals. Xian who have mastered the stimuli and responses of intercourse. Oh god, how I wish. Zhou Xian, Absolute Immortals. Xian who have the end and have perfected their awakening through constant transformation. That's pretty baller. This is Oracle, gonna sing myself out. Got more, it's at least a little bit more entertaining this way through day out. And I will hope to try to be less of doing the grammar out there the way of, though I am. Actually, while I'm here, I think I'm gonna take a minute. Look over here. So the next section I have to do in the grammar is uninflected words. What do I have in terms of, So what have I done so far? I've done the core lesson 1, skipped over lesson 2 sounds, lesson 3 sandhi, which I'm going to have to circle back to, 4 and 5 for nominals, 6, 7, and 8 in verbs, and so I'm on 9 uninflected words, 10 suffixes, so I got uninflected words, suffixes, compounds, and sentences. Huh. I got like 3 more core lessons. I got 3 more lessons, and then 2 more to circle back. Oh, that's not bad. All right. So I'm going to go back and read through those, see which of those are more worthwhile. I might end up skipping uninterrupted words from now, circle back and go back and do sounds and sandhi. Try to do those out in a single episode so I can try to wrap up doing learnsanskrit.org and just go back to doing my normal routine-ish kind of deal for y'all. So this is Oracle, gonna sing myself out, drain safely out there in the weave, always out, and I will be here next time for all of you here from Oracle Thine. Have an evening that truly from Oracle me to all of you.